Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good morning ma'am. My name is Rifka Angelin with ID number E121-18041. Thank you for the chance that given to me to present about my title. And here my title is Improving Students' Vocabulary through word matching game in 8th grade students at the Salvation Army Junior High School. This is one of a private school in Palu, and the location is in Jalan Tua. And next, about the text mentor or inspiring article. The title is Improving Students' Vocabulary Achievement through Word Game, and the article was published in 2016. English is one of subjects that should be taken in junior high school level. In mastering the English subject, the learners need to learn all skills in English, such as stage that to master over a language, the learner must learn thousands of words. It means that the learners should have many of the most important language components in learning English. Learning vocabulary can help students in studying English and support them holds that language production will be hampered because of lack of vocabulary. To increase are expected to create various teaching strategies and need the correctness of teaching methods. The great teaching strategy is very important to make teaching and learning process in the class work fluently and to make conditions in the class more conducive. One of great strategies teaching language is by using game. Game help the teacher to maximize each student's learning potential. Sanchez, Morvin, and Campus 2007 points out that games give the students an opportunity to use their language in a less formal situation. And next about my question and objective research. Here the research question is a word matching game can improve students' mastery in vocabulary, and my research objective is to find out the implementation word matching game can improve the students' vocabulary mastery of 8th grade students in the Salvation Army Junior High School. And next, about the previous or related study. The first is we titled The Application of Matching Game to Improve Students' English Vocabulary Mastery by Aswandi. Here the research objective is to find out to what extent matching game can improve students' vocabulary mastery at first year students of State Polytechnic of Bengkalis. And the method, the design applied in this research was Classroom Action Research or CAR. This research was conducted in 2 cycles. Each cycle consists of 4 meetings. Chemist and Taggart in 1988 state that action research is conducted in 2 or more cycles. Each cycle consists of plan, action, observation, and reflection. And the next findings, this research was conducted to improve the students' vocabulary mastery by applying matching game, and the effectiveness of these games was showed by the score at each cycles. It can be concluded that first, at the end of the cycle 1, the average of the student score increased from 59 to 63 or at 4 points. Second, the use of matching games should improve the students' vocabulary mastery. The improvement can be seen in the average score of students' vocabulary tests. It was 63 in Cycle 1 and 66 in Cycle 2, so it increased 3 points. Last, it showed that students' vocabulary mastery increased significantly, which can be seen between the average score before and after the application of matching game. It was 59 point and 66. And the next previous study with the title Improving Students' Vocabulary Mastery Through the Use of Vocabulary Games for the 7th grade students by Miladia Mustika Pridarani. The research objective: this study aims to finding out on how vocabulary games could improve students' vocabulary mastery seen from qualitative and quantitative perspective. The method: this study belongs to action research. It focuses on solving the problems of students' lack of vocabulary. This research was implemented in the form of collaborative action research. The four-phase model of Chemist and Taggart in 1988 in Morse 2010 was adopted in this study. They were planning, action, observation, and reflection. Findings: the implementation of vocabulary games accompanied by several complementary actions above were effective in improving students' vocabulary mastery. In addition, from the quantitative perspective, the pre-tests and post-tests which were used as supporting data indicated that there were improvements in students' score. The result is statistically significant, for the value is lower than the significant level. Therefore, it could be concluded that the implementation of vocabulary games influence the students' vocabulary mastery. And next, with the title Improving Students' Vocabulary Mastery by Using Word Matching Technique of the 7th grade at SMP Teddy Pardede Foundation by Rahmawati Epiana Banjarnahor, Maria Marpaung, Sarah Siburian, and Pinky Ayu Sitorus. The research objective: to find out how word matching technique can improve students' ability in vocabulary. The method: the research design used in this research is a classroom action research method. To measure students' vocabulary mastery by applying word matching, researchers used qualitative and quantitative methods that are combined in different ways. And the findings: after conducted qualitative and quantitative research got good results. The students' scores have increased from Cycle 1 to Cycle 2, seen from an increase from Test 1 was 54.8, and the Test 2 or the end of Cycle 1 was 66.4, and Test 3 Cycle 2 was 92.2. Improve students' vocabulary mastery The students' score continuously improved in each vocabulary test, which proved that word matching technique and questionnaire sheet also show that students give their attitudes, responses, and opinion during teaching English vocabulary using word matching technique. In other words, teaching vocabulary with word matching technique brings good improvements to the students' achievement. The writer suggests to English teachers and other subjects the word matching technique can be used as an alternative technique when teaching. Using this technique can enrich students' vocabulary and change the boring classroom atmosphere, become fun, and the students feel comfortable and enjoy to learning English. And the next previous study with the title The Use of Matching Game to Support Vocabulary Building for Learning Specific Terms in Local Folklore by Muslimin Gatot Sutapawarda. The research objective to find out the effective use of matching game in teaching vocabulary to certain terms in local folklore in class 8 SMP Negeri 3 Jawa in the academic year 2015-2016 and 16. And the method used in this research is the pre-experimental research. The research conducted by teachers in the classroom, where research is applied in the classroom, which is expected to solve a problem or improve teaching learning process. This research form is quantitative research form in the pre-experimental study. Findings based on the results of research in the 7th grade students at SMP Negeri 3 Jawa, the writer makes a conclusion to the study of the students, which supports the effectiveness of the game by using the vocabulary matching game in terms of local folklore. This is evidenced by the results of the average value of the scores of each student. At pretest, the average value of individual student score was 28,35 and the average value of individual student scores in post-test was 63. The learning process by using matching game in learning vocabulary influenced them to understand how to create an answer from game. And this is the next preface or related study. This is my text mentor with the title Improving Students' Vocabulary Achievement Through Word Game by Nur Hidayat. The research objective of the study is to explain how word game improves students' vocabulary achievement at the 7th grade in junior high school. The method, the research design in this study was classroom action research or CAR. There were 4 steps in the study: planning, acting, observing, and reflecting. The finding of the study shows that using word game can improve students' vocabulary mastery, and it can be an effective strategy in teaching English. It helps students to memorize vocabulary easier, made them enjoy and motivated them in teaching learning process. It also create competition and cooperation in teaching learning process. It also becomes a good strategy for the teacher to teach vocabulary, but the teacher who wants to teach vocabulary use WordCamp had to consider the time and the level of students. And the next about the gap between the previous studies and my study and the contribution of my study. The first, the gap with previous research. My research focuses significantly on the word matching game in synonyms and antonyms, while other studies focus on word classes in general without being significant. And the relationship or similarity with previous research, apart from the existing gaps, namely the existence of more general and specific characteristics, both indicate that the use of word matching games is very important and supportive in improving students' vocabulary mastery. And the last, the contribution of my study. Based on the background of this research, namely in learning foreign language, especially in this case English, mastery of vocabulary is a challenge in itself for students and plays an important role in communication skills and ability acquisition. Not a few students have difficulty remembering, memorizing, and using these vocabulary words. The researchers argue that research is a method that should be tried and applied to be a solution to overcome this problem. That's all about my presentation, ma'am. Thank you.